Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, day after a long weekend, September 8th. A lot of little stories going on today. Things are moving, though. Things are definitely moving. Number one biggest story by far. The British, for the first time, killed a British citizen with a drone. It was in Syria. His name was Reyaad Khan. He was traveling in a vehicle with another British citizen, Ruhul Amin, and a third dude who no one cares about. He is believed to be a member of ISIS by the British government. Of course, he was not given a trial, not allowed to present evidence in his defense or anything, but they think he was inciting people to commit terrorist acts and also that he'd helped try to plan attacks on a VE Day celebration, which the Queen was at over the summer. So his death was decided on by a panel a few months ago. Prime Minister David Cameron, who is the one who says that they killed him, was there at the meeting, agreed, yes, let's kill this guy. They got actionable intel August 21st that he was driving in a convoy through Syria, sent the drones, bombed him, blew him up. Yay, he's dead. One of the interesting things about this story is that officially the British Air Force does not have parliamentary approval to be launching attacks on Syrian soil. The parliamentary approval they have is for Iraq, and they've been doing missions there in Iraq. But they've been doing surveillance missions in Syria, which have gradually turned into, let's just bomb people in Syria. The vote on whether or not they will be actually extending their mission into Syria is coming up in a couple weeks. And so one theory I heard is that the Air Force is just kind of trying to create this momentum of like, we're fucking fighting in Syria, approve it or not, I don't care. So that's going on there. In a similar story, Pakistan launched its first drone strike, killed a couple terrorists in their North Waziristan, which is a province of theirs, like on the border with Afghanistan. No one is really allowed on the scene. No one really knows what's happening besides what the Pakistani government says. One relevant and interesting thing to me is they made the drone themselves, which I didn't know Pakistan had the capability to do, but apparently they can. So that's, just another country making drones and sending them and bombing people. Now we're up to like 5 or 6, or I don't even know how many, but it's not good. Then over here in America, Kim Davis, the Kentucky clerk who wasn't giving marriage license to gay people, was let out of jail just in time to screw up the photo op Ted Cruz had planned there. Mike Huckabee also was going to meet with her and be like, I'm meeting with the martyr. But he actually managed to get his photo op. They have a great, little thing going on where she's like raising her hands like, yes, thank God for saving me. Like literally thanking God. Also, Obama has gotten 42 senators on board with the Iran deal now, so he shouldn't have to veto. They should be able to filibuster it. It's unclear if they're all supportive of doing a filibuster. A lot of Democrats are kind of anti, filibuster as a tactic. So, maybe not a filibuster, but first of all, certainly enough to override a veto. To sustain the veto and to prevent it being overridden. Again, as I've said before, this is absurdly complicated where the Senate is actually going to be passing a bill disapproving of the deal, so Obama would have to veto it to get his deal. And now he has enough people to make that veto stick. And finally, one weird story. Yesterday, Greece said that Washington, D.C., Obama administration, was trying to pressure them into stopping Russian planes from getting to Syria with supplies for Bashar al-Assad, who is, an enemy of everyone, basically, besides, like, Russia and, I think, Turkey. And so today, Bulgaria said that they're stopping, or that they have stopped Russian planes from getting to Syria. Not entirely sure when you look at a map why Russian planes need to go through either Bulgaria or Greece to get to Syria, but apparently they do because this is a thing. So that's going on. Russia, of course, one of the only people left supporting Bashar al-Assad, who is fighting against both ISIS and rebels. So he's like this kind of, everyone hates him. He's a terrible leader guy. But the Russians support him. So that's what we got for today. As you may have noticed, all seemingly bad news, except for, a little bit of domestic stuff. Honestly, this is like the trend in the world right now. Everything's going fine for America. Everyone's going horrible everywhere else. So I'm dropping us just a point, 71, mostly on the fact that British people, it's like now commonplace and okay. Like Americans have killed one America, Anwar al-Awlaki, a few years ago in Yemen. Now the British are killing their own citizens. That's fucking horrible and reprehensible and disgusting and all the other bad words I know to me. So that alone brings it down a point. The rest of it's all kind of a wash, honestly. Pakistan entering into the drone world and the fact that drones are now just proliferating is also not good. But yeah, down a point, 71. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.